Everybody, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chasetheheat. Today I'm going to be needing your help. This is kind of a cool one because I've never posed a question to everybody where I was really looking for an answer. I ask questions all the time, but I am going to ask you guys a question after we get started. And when we're done, you can vote here, or just tell me what your thoughts are here on Facebook, or you can go to the YouTube channel and check out there. But these factor in to what I'm talking about. This is a big box of peppers. These were sent to me by my friend Pete Towner, so thank you, Pete. My asthma is bothering me today. I don't know where my inhaler is. Oh well. I don't die on you guys. Alright, so here's the deal. I got some peppers today. So let me just eat the first. My nose is itching too. I'm going to eat one pepper that we're going to start in, and I'm going to tell you guys what I need your assistance with. So the three peppers, we have three distinct peppers here. I'm going to show you what they are. First we have Scotch Bonnets, Tasty Pod. I like them a lot. A Nagabon. Excited to taste this. And this, one of the most unique looking peppers. Some of you guys may recognize it. It's a Wartryx. They have such a unique shape. Grown by Matthew Arthur. So I'm going to, by the way, the Scotch Bonnet, the seeds come from the Jamaican Ministry of Agriculture. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to eat these, and we're going to start talking about what I need your assistance with. All right? So the first one I'm going to eat is I'm going to eat the yellow, the Scotch Bonnet first. Just because I like to flavor them, and he's doing this. He wants to know what the flavors are like and what I think of them. So let me show you what it looks like here on the inside. I love the smell of a Scotch Bonnet. They kind of smell like habaneros in a way, if you ask me. Kind of a fruity. Almost like a fruity aroma to it. But anyway, I'm going to eat the first one, then I'm going to get started with my question, all right? I really do need you guys' help. So thank you, Pete Towner. Thank you guys for joining. What a tasty pepper. Super tasty. It's a very kind of a fruity flavor. Almost a sweetness to it. So tasty Scotch Bonnet. So this is the Nagabon. Here's what my question is to you guys. What constitutes a challenge? I figure with a bottle of sauce, a challenge is drinking at least the whole bottle. Otherwise, it's not much of a challenge. You know what I mean? But for fresh pods, how many pods does a challenge make? Well, I'm going to start off eating just three of these at first. A Scotch Bonnet, a Nagabon, and a Wartryx. Does that constitute a challenge? I mean, I'm not, and it's not like across the board. Like if you grabbed, like my neighbor across the street doesn't eat peppers. If I made them eat one of them, it would be a challenge. You know what I mean? So for me, relative to me, what do you guys think is a challenge? And what, you know, the reason I'm saying this, you know, I was thinking about it, and I'm not sure about the goatee today. Probably gonna eat more than three. It's kind of how I do it. I under-promise and over-deliver. But what makes a challenge? Nagabon. It's an interesting flavor. I've not had a Nagabon before. Wasn't that the first one? It's almost the same heat as the Scotch Bonnet. You know, the Scotch Bonnet was fruity and kind of almost had a citrus quality to it. But it wasn't very hot. On a scale of 1 to 10, like my scale would be like a 1. The Nagabon, I was kind of expecting more of a more flavor. Not disappointed at all. Had an interesting flavor. It didn't have that Chinitsi super hot kind of flavor to it, but the flavor was good. I thought I was expecting more. I don't know why. Not disappointed though. The heat on the Nagabon, I'd say, is probably the same as the Scotch Bonnet. Ooh, look how thick that placenta is. You know, I saw a video the other day where somebody said in the video that the seeds was where all the heat was. I thought that a long time ago. You guys know there's no capsaicin in the seeds. The seeds are hot. I think it's because there's capsaicin on the outside of the seed, but seeds itself don't really have any capsaicin. See the pulpy kind of right here and right here, the white kind of thick stuff? That's the placenta. This is a thicker walled pod than a lot of super hots, but it has that super hot smell. All right, so here's number 3. I don't know if you guys have started writing in your thoughts about what makes a challenge. I'm just kind of curious. Super fresh pods. Chuck Asher, his first live Chase the Heat. Welcome, brother. I'll tell you something, I've eaten a bunch of Wartryx before. I mean this. Excuse me, that was about as... It had a much sweeter quality than any other Wartryx I've ever eaten. I mean, surprisingly how sweet that was. But other than that, that Wartryx flavor is there, and that's a hotter pod. The Wartryx is probably going to be on my scale, probably a 3. Bobby Costello, his first live as well. Welcome. Welcome all you new people. If you just joined us, I'm asking a question. I'm going to pose that on YouTube. When you watch this, go to the comment section below and tell me what you think. What constitutes a challenge? You know, I flew the other day, last month or so, I flew to Colorado, or on the way back, I ate, or on the way there, excuse me, I ate a jalapeno and a couple dragon's breath on the plane. I didn't really feel like that was a challenge. They were tasty peppers, but it wasn't really a challenge. So, because I'm eating number 2, I didn't know whether to put this in a fork or not. So, this is the second Scotch Bonnet. Let you guys percolate on that. Sean's first time too. Thank you for being a part of this. These are tasty Scotch Bonnets. Pete, tasty. Now, just as tasty as the first one. You know, here's the funny thing is, I think if you had the average person try this, or my neighbor across the street, we use him as the average person from now on. If he could get all 3 of these down, he wouldn't be able to detect a whole lot of difference in the flavor, because the first one would kind of do his taste buds in for a while. But I'm kind of used to this. But all these peppers taste very different. Now the heat on them, I'd say like the first 2 were about similar. The Scotch Bonnet and the Nagabon were, you know, probably like a 1 or a 2 on my scale. Probably like a 6 for a non-chili head. Maybe 5 or 6. But the Wartryx is a hotter pod, and that is sitting on my scale of like a 3, you know, which would be like a 7 or 8, an easy 7, probably an 8 for a non-chili head. But as you eat more of them, the heat kind of intensifies and gets better. I was going to say worse, but it gets better. I think the different what I'm tasting is this has a real fruitiness to it, the Scotch Bonnets, and doesn't quite have that same fruitiness, and that's what I think I was commenting on earlier. Still a tasty pod, just doesn't have quite the fruitiness of a Scotch Bonnet. Hey Martin, good to see you, man. All you guys. Appreciate you guys joining me. Here we are together again. My mouth doesn't get numb and does not affect my taste buds. In fact, people always ask me that. I think the higher your tolerance gets with the pepper, the more you're able to pick things up that my neighbor wouldn't. If we split this pod in half and I ate half and he ate half, I would tell you what it would taste like. There's a sweetness to it. A great Chinense flavor, but a sweetness and kind of a almost fruitiness to it. He wouldn't be saying that. You know, he'd be saying, "Oh my God, what'd you do to me, Johnny?" And he'd be bummed out. So I think that the higher your tolerance gets, the better your taste buds become for things that are of hot things, at least. I think. Matt says, after watching all the video of my videos, he doesn't think there's anything left that I haven't done. Ooh, there's so many. And have you watched all of them? There's like 622. You know, if you watched them all back to back, it would take a week, non-stop, 24 hours a day to finish them all. Seriously, I have people that say that all the time. I've seen all the videos. I don't think I've seen them all. I mean, I used to review them all before I uploaded them. I don't even do that anymore. Look, paper towel, you guys. I planned ahead. Yeah, so there's a sweetness to those the Wartryx that I've never tasted before. Not to that level. So there's 2 of each. I think we'll keep going. Just eat a couple more. Do you guys think if I eat 2 more of each, so 6 pods, does that constitute a challenge? I should fork this right in the middle of this video while we're going. Okay, let's eat another Scotch Bonnet here. Not much placenta on this one at all. Ah, great smell. Definitely a fruity quality to this pod. It's very crunchy. Totally. I'll tell you, Pete, all of these, they're in great shape. The word on the street is I can't do the Guinness World Record. That would be a good challenge. That's not the word on the street. It came from me. I mean, I don't know what the street's talking about, but I've said pretty clearly from Jump Street, I'm not a speed guy. Now that said, I gave it my best. You know, I gave it a shot in Chicago. I gave it a shot in New York. And I'm sure I'll give it a shot 3 or 4 more places before I stop. But I'm not a speed guy. I think I got to find a challenge where they say we give you 10 minutes where we can eat the most ghost peppers or the most reapers or the most anything. Because if you give me a 10-minute time limit, I'll do a lot better. TJ says he needs a Scoville shirt. Which one are you thinking about? This one here? Or the one with the capsaicin formula on it? Hi Bruce, good to see you, man. Bill, I'm recording this from Reno, Nevada, where I live. How about blending a bunch of Reapers into a thin liquid and gulping it? You could get into a liquid, it wouldn't be that thin. Probably could do that. I don't know. I mean, I tried to eat a quart of Reaper mash once. Didn't quite get through it. It was one of the few challenges I failed. Let's eat another Wartryx. But he says that you've seen them all. There's nothing I haven't done. I got some things coming up in the future. I promise you nobody's done. So there's some good stuff left. Excuse me. If you want, guys, when you're done, email me or Desiree Donovan. Not email. You can just go to Messenger on Messenger. And she can give you some information on where you can score one of these shirts or the one with the capsaicin on it. Let's have another one. Yeah, 25 is going to be a tough one, Tim. I got a crazy challenge for that one. A really rough one. I've accepted the challenge already, but I haven't told you guys about it. So I'll tell you about it right now. You guys want to hear it? Should I tell you or should I tease you and not tell you? String it along for a little longer. Right now we're at 21,500 subscribers. I prefer to call them family, Scoville family. That's what everybody else calls them. 25 is going to happen pretty soon. Let me tell you what 25 is going to be. I'm going to attempt to drink a half a case of Fiery Fool from Hellfire Hot Sauce. Built as the hottest natural sauce without extract. I'm going to try it, get 6 bottles down. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap this thing up. I'm gonna stop eating peppers. I want to save some of these. I got some good ideas of things to cook with these. So you guys stay here, but you guys. Oh hey, quickly, I forgot to tell you this. Let me tell you what's going on. I have live events every day this week. I want to tell you what's coming. Tomorrow, same bat time, same bat station. Reviewing a new sauce from Drew's Chili Company. Great guy, one of my favorite sauce makers in the world. Amazing guy. And this is a really neat one. So catch that one. Thursday I got something very special. Doing a collaboration sauce with Jason Roby from J Small Batch Hot Sauce. It's called The Counselor. Really, I don't want to I've already had some. I'm not going to tell you all about it now, but we're doing a live one on Thursday. That goes on sale Friday morning at 5 a.m. So, this is a very, very unique sauce. And that'll be on Thursday. Friday. Let me tell you what's on Friday. This is not your average Death Nuts. Do you guys remember how the Death Nut Challenge worked? There were 5 peanuts. Each one of them went from light to really, really dark in progression as how hot they went. Take a look at these peanuts. What do you guys notice? They're all the same color. This isn't a mistake from the factory. David Foy, man who owns this company, Blazing Foods, he's a friend of mine, and he made this just for me. So I'm the only one who's got one. It's kind of cool. Let me tell you what we're going to do with it. I'm not going to tell you what makes this different, but these are a lot hotter than the last ones. So you got to check in on, not only do I have that, to kind of show you, this is what I mean. I got a bunch of them. And if you look, they're all the same color. Every one of these nuts are the exact same. Oops. You guys see that? So there's no variation. These are all the same heat. And it's something new that David's working on. Kind of happy that he's my friend, you guys. He's a good guy. So that's going to be Friday, okay? So those are the updates. We're going to stop it now, but you guys hang out. We'll do question and answers for a little bit. Right here, that's my pepper. Click on that pepper when you do your part of the Scoville squad. We're doing this together, right? Click the bell and you won't miss a video because we'll let you know we upload new ones. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chasetheheat.